Luke John Harrison here. Welcome to episode 183 of the Daily Boom. This guy, when I was away getting my hair cut like a few weeks back now, came into the barbershop with a brand new Ferrari. It was like one of those red Ferraris that you'd see in the movies, and it would turn heads everywhere it would go. And he was only about my age, and he was showing off this car, and everyone wanted to see it, and he was like, "Oh, it's mint, isn't it?" And like showing pictures of other stuff on his phone and that, and straight away, initially, the thoughts travelled to, must be nice, alright for him, look at that fucking posh cunt, all this other stuff which will go in your head. And hey, you know what? Years ago, I would have ventured there straight away. Straight away. Because we tend to judge when we see things like that flaunted in front of our face, especially if we don't have that kind of stuff. So the initial thoughts are always like envy, jealousy a lot of the time, or judgment. Posh fucker. Look at him fucking with that car, man. What a dick. Etc. All that stuff, right? But here's the truth. We'll place that judgment on somebody like that without even knowing the facts. We'll judge based on what we see, not what we know. So we can never be upset when somebody judges us, because we judge them. And here's the thing that we don't know. Here's the perception. I don't know that lad didn't have parents that passed away and left him an inheritance, and all he ever wanted to do was buy a Ferrari if it was a childhood dream. I don't know that lad's not a really successful entrepreneur, and he's suffered through the past 15 years to get that. I don't know that lad hasn't worked super fucking hard on his job and they've given him that as a gift or whatever. Like, we have no fucking idea about people's story. Yet we are the first to judge. But let me say this. That judgment is a mirror reflection of how you're feeling. So if you are judging that person, say, as if, fucking posh bastard, deep down, what's wrong with that? Don't you deep down wish that you knew what it was like to have a lot of money if you're reacting that way? If you're reacting as, look at him filling his ego, deep down, are you thinking, I wish my ego would be filled a little bit more? I wish the attention was on me a little bit more? Think about it. Because initially when we react and make a judgment like that based on what we see, not what we know, it's because it triggers something about our life. It triggers an insignificance, an insecurity about us. We get triggered into thinking, well, why can't that be me? Maybe I'm not good enough to have that. We see abundance in people. We see people enjoying their lives, and maybe they are flaunting what they've got. Okay? We see that when we see people with great bodies or fantastic looking girls when they're out and they look at her trying to get all the attention. But really, if the attention was on you, you wouldn't be saying that. It's a funny thing, isn't it, judgments? Because then we get upset when people judge us for doing a certain thing. Well, such and such is talking this crap about us. Why? Why are they doing that? Well, you can't say that you've never done it yourself. So that's the thing about life, is that people's job in this world is to judge, because we all judge to a certain extent. But when we start to see things from a different perspective and start to step away from what we see and actually try to find out a little bit more, things change, our world changes, the negativity starts to leave our life. Because if we're constantly reacting negative to what we see and not what we know, that's going to carry into other areas of our life. And those judgments are actually going to come back on us at some point, because they're going to reaffirm why we're not good enough. I posted yesterday what you have to give up in order to get what you want, and the most common answer was self-doubt. Consider that one of the reasons contributing to your self-doubt is the fact that you are very judgmental, judging things based on what you see, not what you know. And that's all about growing perspective. Perspective is everything. How you see, how you view things. See the bigger picture. See that there's more than just self-doubt. See that an alarm clock is actually an opportunity clock. I heard that this morning. I was like, I like that. I like that. So if you're snoozing that opportunity clock every day, you're giving up the opportunity. I've started to get up without the snooze now. I'm starting to get into that habit. I'm starting to break the routine of pressing the snooze. Put the phone, guess what, on the other side of the room, so I actually have to physically get out of bed to get it. Little things make all the difference. Little things like thinking, hang on, that person looks like they have abundance in their life. How did they get it? What kind of mindset do they have to get to that? I'm intrigued. I'm interested. Not just, posh fucker, I wish deep down that I had that, or at least I could experience that to know for myself what it was like to live that kind of way. Think about these words and share this video, guys. Perspective is everything. Peace out.